Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals, where the Rangers lose 3-2 to the Florida Panthers, and now will face elimination in Game 6, and should they win that, Game 7. They are on their final breath. They cannot make another mistake, or their season is over with. And there are a lot of thoughts and a lot of things that I very easily could say tonight. We wait. Because if they do the thing that I really want them to do, there is no point in saying any of those things at all. So we're going to shelf them all. This is just this game. Might go into the philosophical a little bit, but I'm going to try to just really focus on this game and save any big thoughts for Game 6 or 7, or hopefully none at all. Hopefully I just keep them inside and I never have to reveal them to anybody. That's how I feel about most of my feelings. Anyway, in this game, killed you. It really did, because for a moment there, it looked like they might have finally just not figured out the Panthers, because I don't think there's much, I don't think you can, but you know what? They look good. Was the first period, I think the first period all season, all series, they've outshot the Panthers. They outshot them 11-8. You were like, all right, here it is. Maybe they finally got it. They finally cracked it. And they score first. They're shorthanded, but hey, the penalty kill is just straight up better than the power play. Kreider breaks up a play, gives it / bumps into Zibanejad where he ends up with the puck. He tosses it back to Kreider. Really nice move by Chris Kreider. Dangles Bobrovsky around. Scores. 1-0, shorthanded. Unfortunately, very soon after, a couple minutes by in the second period, Gustav Forsling embarrasses the New York Rangers. Like, just embarrasses them. Fox and Miller were on the ice. Got to see better out of both of them. Loft's kind of involved with that. He's been notable in the postseason. He's been notable in this series. Fox and Lindgren have just been there. They're just there. Again, I really want to save that and the laugh thing for hopefully forever. Hopefully I never talk about it. But for theoretically a elimination video. But that defense in that situation is just, come on. Gotta wake up. You go to the third period, you're halfway through it. And once again, you've finally gotten to that point of the game where you're just kind of getting run. It's coming every game, and I've tried my best to find ways around it. And this wasn't that. This is just the Panthers running you over to an extent in this game. It finally felt like it. You get the Anton Lindell goal, which, listen, the only reason this game was 1-1 at the time that goal went in was because Shesterkin stood on his head. The only reason that Game 4 went to overtime was because Shesterkin stayed on his head. The only reason you won Game 2 was Shesterkin. Stole you games in the first series, stole you games in the second series. Even his worst game of the postseason, where he gave up 4 goals, I believe his worst, in Game 3. Like, you know what? He still made some unreal saves. Still kind of drug you to it. Let's in a stinker on Lindell. It's a really bad goal. He's got to have it. You got to stop being outshot by 10-plus shots. You got to stop being outchanced. You got to stop being out everythinged. Like, goals, I'm not one of the people that gets irritated because there are some Panthers fans who are like, oh, the only reason the Rangers even won a game is because of Igor Shesterkin. Like, wow, you mean a player on a team is the reason that team won a game? I am in shock and awe. Like, yeah, Shesterkin's a good goaltender. They have a really good goaltender. You get to then reap the benefits of having a good goaltender. The Panthers of all teams should know that. They have Bobrovsky. Did you watch him in the playoffs last year? Have you watched him this year? Like, he is the reason you were here. That was not a great one. It just wasn't great. Then you have the Bennett empty netter and Lafreniere getting a God, for a split second, it didn't feel like garbage time. You thought maybe they could come up in a big moment. And I give them credit. They got one back. They couldn't get two. You face elimination. And it's the same now as it was yesterday, as it was the day before, as it was in game 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're just going to be outplayed. And if you expect otherwise, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're in delusion. They're going to outplay you. You've got to come up in the bigger moments. You did in game 2 and 3. You didn't in game 4. You didn't in game 5. It's now going to be the biggest moment of the postseason. The first time the Rangers face elimination, and it's going to be on the road in Florida. You've got to see more out of Panarin. You've got to see more out of Mika. I understand he had 2 primary assists tonight. Dude, you've got to see him actually make an impact. Like, he almost didn't get that breakaway for Kreider because he almost bumped into him. You've got to see more out of Mika. You've got to see more out of Panarin. You've got to see more out of Fox, dude. Like, the guys that are all at or near $10 million have got to be at or near $10 million players. Look at the Maple Leafs. You've got to be there. You've got to be there. No big star acquisition around the league can just play this badly, let alone multiple of them, and you get here. That's not how it goes. It's at 8 o'clock on Saturday. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. But as for right now, that's all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Rangers.